Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Loans here, coming at you today with another Madden 17 video. And this is actually going to be the last Madden 17 video. I have Madden 18 pre-ordered, and I'm going to be picking it up on EA Access later on. So this is going to be a video just to kind of pass the time until I'm able to get some Madden 18 content out. So what we're going to be doing today is I've taken the Seattle Seahawks, a team that I regularly see make the playoffs. They make the Super Bowl a lot. And we are going to be taking them, and I have put every player on the Seahawks injury down to the lowest it can go, which is 11. And we're going to basically just see how far they get, what happens, how many injuries they rack up. And I'm really actually curious to kind of see how serious the injuries are. I think we're going to see a lot of ACL tears and things like that. So here's what the team's looking like, and as you can see, everybody's injury rating is at 11. And I didn't change anybody's toughness or stamina. I kept those both the same. I only touched the injury rating. So with that said, we'll just go ahead and jump right into the simulation and see how far we get. So I actually only simulated to week 2, and we already have 3 injuries. Pretty serious injuries too. We have a dislocated hip by Luke Jokel, Justin Britt has a broken toe, and CJ Procise has a dislocated knee. I kind of expected to actually see a few more injuries on there. I don't think 3 was very much for being the lowest injury you could absolutely have. But we'll just go ahead, simulate to the end of the season, and see what it looks like. Here we are at the end of the season, and the Seahawks did not make the playoffs. As we can see, there's some injury reports on the front page here. So I would assume that the injuries had a pretty big reason why the Seahawks didn't make the playoffs. I have no idea how they did. They went 4-12, so pretty bad. I would assume they had a lot of people injured. Okay, yeah, there's plenty of people injured. So Luke Jokel had a dislocated hip again. The first time during that first week, he was only out for 7 weeks, and he's still out, so he must have dislocated it again. O'Day Abushi fractured shoulder blade. Kevin Pierre-Louis with a broken toe, Frank Clark with a hamstring tear, Earl Thomas with a dislocated elbow, Cam Chancellor with a pulled groin, Michael Bennett with a dislocated hip, Richard Sherman with a dislocated knee, Deshaun Shedd with a dislocated elbow, Luke Wilson had a ruptured disc, Bradley McDougall with a pulled groin, Nazir Jones with a foot fracture, Jerron Reed with an upper arm fracture, and Ataba Rubin with a ruptured disc. So a lot of dislocations. I didn't really see a lot of the ACL tears that I thought I was going to see. One thing that really surprised me is, as we can see here, all the starting receivers are still starting. Russell Wilson's still starting. Eddie Lacy's still starting. So I don't know if they didn't get injured or what happened. I'm going to check the stats really quick and see if there's anybody that played all 16 games. Russell Wilson had some pretty terrible stats, and he didn't play in all 16 games. Trevon Boykin actually played more games than him. He played in 15. Rushing, Russell Wilson was actually the rushing leader with 411 yards. That's pretty bad. And some of the backups played in more games. It seems like Mike Davis played in 16 games. And receiving, Luke Wilson was the leader with 54 receptions. Tyler Lockett was the leading receiver, 601 yards, and he actually did play in all 16 games. And he's a starter, so that was kind of surprising there. Blocking, so Jermaine Ifedi actually played in all 16 games. Joey Hunt played in all 16 games. Robert Myers, who's a backup, and a couple other of these guys played in all 16 games. To see who played the most downs, Jermaine Ifedi played the most downs with 1,050, followed by George Fant at 990. On defense, Kevin Pierre-Louis led the team in tackles, and we'll run over to games played, and he actually did play in all 16 games, as did Cliff Averill, Shaquille Griffin, Cassius Marsh. So quite a few guys on defense played in all 16 games. Nobody that really stands out too much. Jeremy Lane's the starting nickel corner. But besides that, it looks like a lot of our star players were hurt for an extended period of time. Richard Sherman played in 13 games. Bobby Wagner played in 10. So, I mean, they really weren't out as long as I thought they were going to be. I guess downs played would probably be a better way to check. But yeah, you're kind of seeing the same thing here. The guys that played in obviously more games are going to play in more downs. But anyway, that was just a fun little video to kind of pass the time a little bit until I get some Madden 18 content going. So we saw that injuries did affect how well the team did. Obviously, the Seahawks, who were a playoff team, went 4-12. But the injuries really weren't as bad as I thought they were going to be. We didn't see anybody on the injured reserve, which I thought we were going to see like the whole team on the injured reserve. But that just wasn't the case. Don't forget to drop a like and leave a comment down in the comments section below, and hit that subscribe button for some regular Madden 18 content. Thanks for watching.